In this section, we're going to learn about how to solve a system using elimination. This will be just kind of part one. We'll start with some easy ones, then we'll get into some more difficult ones in some later videos. So when to use elimination? This is when x and y are on the same side on both equations. So notice here, these are both actually in standard form. I could easily get y by itself if I wanted to, potentially to graph it or use substitution. But let's try elimination out here and see what would happen. So the first step is I'm just going to write the two equations in standard form, one on top of the other, and you're just going to add the equation straight down so that one variable eliminates. So if you notice here, just kind of everything's lined up. The x's are lined up, the y's are lined up, the equal signs, and the numbers here. So when I just add these together, just 1x plus 2x will be 3x. But notice y minus y, or 1y minus 1y, just eliminates. It's gone. And 7 plus 2 gives me 9. Now I can solve and I only have one variable left. You can divide by 3, so how about x equals 3? Remember when we're doing a system though, we need both the x answer and the y answer. So the next thing you can do is pick one of these equations, doesn't matter which one. I think this one looks a little bit easier to use. So I'm going to use that equation, but I know the x value has to be 3. So 3 plus y equals 7. You can minus 3 on both sides to cross out the 3, and we continue solving for y, which will just be 4. So our answer is going to be 3, 4. These two lines, if I were to graph them, would cross at 3, 4. And there we go. Let's try that one more time. So once again, we have these two equations. If you notice this time, it would be very difficult to get x or y by itself. So substitution would be very tricky. Graphing would be very difficult here. So it's good to have other options. So I'm just going to once again line them up. So I'm going to have my x's lined up, my y's, my equal signs. So I'm just writing the two equations, one on top of the other. And once again, I'm going to add here. Notice we have a 2x plus a negative 2x, or in other words, 2x minus 2x. That's just 0. So and this will be in a later video. We basically want these to be the same number, one positive, one negative. They'll eliminate. So 5 plus 3 gives me an 8y. 12 plus 4 over here gives me 16. So when we divide by 8, how about y equals 2? I then need to plug it back in. So this is where maybe there's a little bit more work. This first step is pretty easy, but I need a little bit more work to find my x value. It doesn't matter which one you pick. I think I'm going to pick this equation because it's all positives. And so I've got 2x plus 5, but instead of y, I know the y value is 2. So let's see here. A little more solving involved, but we've done this before. 5 times 2 is 10. I just need to move the 10 over, so I'm going to minus 10 on both sides. So I got 2x left on this side. 12 minus 10 is 2. We could divide both sides by 2 to get an answer of x equals 1. So therefore, our answer is going to be the x value first, so 1, 2. So you can see this would be difficult to graph, difficult to do substitution. Elimination, though, was quite easy and lead me to an answer without too much work. The next page has some for you to try out, and we'll go over some of these in class.